and dialects. Definitions: the English language varies on regional, national, and global levels. This level of differences are the basis for the terms dialect and variety. Although dialects and variety are sometimes used interchangeably in this coursebook, we use a working definition to avoid possible confusions. Dialects is an English variant as in characteristic of a particular area, community, or group on the regional level, while variety is an variant of English which considers standard or general English of country, i.e. on the national level. Catches 1987 identified three groups of countries that use English. One, English in use as the mother tongue, such as the UK, the USA, Canada. Two, which comprise countries where English in use as a second or official language, such as the India, Singapore, the Philippines. Three, which consists of country English in use as the foreign language, such as Korean, Japan, Vietnam. According to RAS 2010, differences between accents have two main types, phonetic and phonological, when three are phonetic differences between two accents. These same sets of phonemes are found in both accents, but some or all the phonemes are realized differently. Australian English have the same set of phonemes and phonetic contrasts as BBC pronunciation. Nonetheless, Australian pronunciation is so different from Dutch accent that is this easily recognized. There, there are so many also differences in strength or intonation, but they do not cause a change in meaning. For instance, in American English, the word "train" resides straight on the second syllable, while straight fall on the first syllable of "gauge" in British English, regardless of the straight distribution. The word "gyrus" has the same meaning in both varieties. Holidays at holiday, and others pronounce it as holiday, semi in British English, and semi in American English. Missile and missile. Fragile and fragile. Received pronunciation, hereafter referred to as RP, is either instantly recognized British accent. Popular labels for this dialect include the Queen English, Oxford English, and BBC English. RP speakers speak standard English. RP is an accent, not a dialect. In other words, they avoid using non-standard grammatical construction and localized vocabulary that are common in recognized dialects. older speaker. Poor, poor, poor. Middle-aged speaker. Poor, poor, poor. Younger speakers. Poor, poor, poor.
Hi everyone, my name is Yi Hai, and I would like to talk about vowel sound. Many alternative vowel sounds in British English and American English are extremely similar. However, there are some with distinct differences. The first, R to R. About British English, hot, hot, lost, last, sharp, sharp, want, want. The second is a and air to air. Carry, carry. Embarrass, embarrass. Harry, Harry. Mary, Mary. In British English, the sound is found in words like heard, first, and worst. But this sound is pronounced differently in American English. The tone raises and the sound R is added heard, first, and worst. The sound nearly always had an R in English spelling, but even when it doesn't, American speakers say one, like in the word color, kernel, which is kernel in British English. About British English and American English. Heard, heard, first, first, worst, worst, kernel, kernel. The fourth, long my crowded or as sort, force, port, allure. It pronounced in two ways in American English, or for the words with are so short and force, and R for words with tau are so taught and law. This means that for many American speakers, taught and taught are pronounced the same. Court would be different in British English court, and court would be different in British English court, and court would be pronounced the same. Court and cut would be different. Short, short, force, force, fort, taught, law, line, caught, cat, court, cat, court, court, court. The fifth, A to R and air. About British English and American English, car, car, start, start, after, hop, hop. And the sixth is air to air. For example, hair, where, faring, faring, faring.
Hi guys, my name is Nabit, and in this part of our video, I would like to talk about the vowel sound ear to e. British English ear in words like steer, clear, rear is pronounced ear in American, so steer, clear, rear. The last vowel sound is O to O in British English when pronouncing words like go, note, show. The diphthong O starts in the middle of the mouth. In American English, on the other hand, it begins with the back O, go, note, show. The next part is about vowel length. There is a greater difference in British English between the length of vowel sounds, with some being pronounced significantly longer than their American counterparts. Some of this is because the R sound is added to many American vowel sounds, as seen above. The next part is about the last part of our video. I would like to talk about stress and intonation. Firstly, I would like to talk about word stress. Some words, particularly those of French origin, are emphasized differently in American English, with the last syllable stress in American English and the first syllable stress in British English. Some primary example can be witnessed regarding to adult, 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 garage, 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 addressed, address, address, address. Second is about intonation. Though the structure of speech in British English and American English is relatively similar, the melodies are considerably different. The most noticeable distinction is the British tendency to use high-falling intonation, emphasizing the primary stress and then lowering it, whereas rising tones are more common in American English. Thus, you go up from the major stressed. Another noticeable difference in intonation between British English and American English is that American speakers speak more slowly and monotonously than British speakers, and the British are much more expressive and they often lengthen the vowels.